Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Okay, this is a little older. It's called Scientology in Cork, and the guy posting is Pompey Magnus, and that was June 27th, 2008. I'm not going to read all of them because, as usual, there's some spam stuff going on. The Citizens Commission on Human Rights, a branch affiliate of the Church of Scientology, have a big exhibition on in Cork City Hall over the weekend called Psychiatry, an Industry of Death. I didn't know who the CCHR were until I talked to a guy outside who was handing out flyers, and he confirmed that the COS are involved. For anyone who doesn't know, that's Church of Scientology. I find it pretty poor from the council are allowing access to City Hall for Scientology events, but then I don't know the rules regarding such things. It just doesn't seem right, though. Depeche Mode wrote, something clicked in my head right now. I'll bet you guys know what I'm thinking. Depeche Mode. Just think about that. For anybody in the ex-Scientology community. I don't know, maybe it's someone else. I find it pretty poor from the council are allowing access to City Hall for Scientology events, but then I don't know the rules regarding such things. It just doesn't seem right, though. Yeah. Oh, it's not the person I was thinking of. Yeah, but as soon as they are banned, the lawsuits and claims of persecution begin. I personally think that any event like this that is tied to a higher up organization, religious or otherwise, must make reasonable effort to display this information. Yeah, be upfront about stuff. If it isn't already, it should be made clear somehow to everyone going that this presentation is linked to Scientology. Yeah, Scientology, why are you so afraid that people know who you are? What's going on? Depeche Mode wrote, the Citizens Commission on Human Rights, a branch affiliate. Okay, I don't have to keep reading this again. I'm sorry, you guys. So this is another response to the original post. I'd say the council's motto is show me the money. Yeah. What? You're going to be sacrificing a virgin? We'll pay you back a bucket of cash. Oh, okay. Just don't get blood on the carpet. Or the less cynical approach. Maybe they thought the Citizens Commissions on Human Rights sounded honorable. It's their job to do research, though. Like, I don't buy any of that stuff. I see Scientologists. I never see the word Scientologist. It's Dianetics, etc. Obviously aware of their reputation. Oh, and then there's a Scientologist piping in. It's so obvious. I'll read it for you guys. You're going to know what I'm talking about. You could tell this is a Scientologist. I support freedom of speech. Maybe they're right about the harm psychiatry does. If you disagree so strongly, then pass out your own flyers. That screams Scientologist. Mind control at its finest. Here's another spam message. Another spam message. Imagine being stuck in a mind control belief system, high control group, cult, whatever you want to call it, and you sit on your computer spamming people that are trying, have any thoughts or beliefs or statements questioning Scientology. Imagine where your mind has to be doing that all day long. I think that's what Tori Chrisman did. And that's kind of how she started waking up. And then one person put in there, in all fairness, can anyone take them seriously, especially after the whole Tom Cruise things? Rolls eyes. Crotulus667 wrote, in all fairness, okay, wait. So this is a response to the last, what I just said. They're no different to any of the other religions in my view. But then, I can't take any of them seriously. Oh, a man with some common sense there. This is the response. Not sure if you got the gist of what I said. I said maybe the council didn't know it was Scientology due to its pseudonym. Here's another statement that stands on its own. I hate the cult of Scientology and its false teachings. But I knew it, man. Age gives you wisdom. Anybody that said that I knew they're religious, I just knew it. So second statement, second sentence. But as a secularist and as a Christian, I knew it. I believe that religious groups should be given the same rights as other pressure groups. See, this is where the gaslighting and the misunderstandings come in, because other people really think it's a religion. If they really did some deep research, they would see there's nothing religious about it. There's like zero religious about it. Now, there are some spiritual beliefs, which honestly, there are some beliefs that Scientologists believe in that I subscribe to. I believe in reincarnation, and there's some other ones. But anyways, I'm going to continue. This is the religious one. I believe that religious groups should be given the same rights as other pressure groups, charities, or voluntary associations. No more and no less. That's admirable to think that way. Therefore, the Scientology people have as much right as the Vegetarian Society or Amnesty International to rent property from a local authority. I get what that person's saying, but he needs to research some more, or she. Now, this is a response to that last statement. Would you approve of the City Council renting out City Hall to, say, the Provisional IRA, the UDA, or Jean-Marie Le Pen and his unwholesome crew? Wait, let me see. I think this is the same person writing a more continuation on what he just stated. What if I were the leader of a death cult, planning on gaining as many young members as possible and committing mass bluicide? Would you think I should be forbidden as Scientology were? If so, then you're accepting that in principle, a religious group should be limited if their teachings are harmful or dangerous. In which case, surely, it's more a question of degrees. So where would you draw the line? Is harassment, bullying, brainwashing, intimidation, profiteering, and all the other things Scientology is known for not sufficient grounds? Cheeky antagonistic comment. I can imagine that accepting such a position would possibly be opening a whole Pandora's box for you, given the role Christianity has played in society. Me personally, where my beliefs are, I agree with this guy or woman. Okay, I'm trying to see which one is the response. It's a little hard to see who's who here. Okay, so then this guy Zilla replies to the last statement. It is difficult to assess if a religion is harmful or dangerous. I would disagree with that. Google's your friend. I think Christianity is harmful and dangerous, but I don't think I would get very far stopping the local church fate. So long as the Scientologists are holding a peaceful and legal gathering, this is where he just doesn't get it. There is little reason to stop them. They're counting on that, by the way. Yes, they may be indoctrinating people with manipulation into their cult, but which religion doesn't? That I agree with. Sorry if I offend anyone, but that's where I stand, you guys. If you want, whatever your belief system is, I'm okay with that, as long as you don't hurt children. Just do your thing. Okay, here's another comment. Wick Knight wrote, it is difficult to assess if a religion is harmful or dangerous. I disagree. So then, here's the response to that one. Here's a website for last weekend's event. So that's smart. He's giving the link to see, so somebody can just go look and see exactly what's going on. I love that. That's what you call a receipt. As it's actively encouraging people to abandon medical treatment, check. Paste the 2-part disclaimer at the bottom of the page. I'd say that it's quite easy to say that this jamboree is both harmful and dangerous. Check. Then again, any website with downloadable literature which claims that L. Ron Hubbard was a visionary humanitarian must be immediately suspect. I agree. Here's another comment. Okay, I'm going to reread this one just so you guys know what the response is for. So when this guy, Robin DCH, wrote, would you approve of the city council renting out City Hall to, say, the Provisional IRA, the UDA, which I don't know what that is, or Jean-Marie Le Pen and his unwholesome crew? This is the response. I wouldn't approve. But if the organization in question is operating legally, then, in a secular society, they should have the right to hire public halls. If they are committing a criminal offense, which they are, by the way, or encouraging others to do so, which they are, by the way, then that is a different matter. I added, by the way, stuff in there. So he's smart. He's saying if they're committing crimes, then it is a different matter. I agree. Okay, so I have to reread this one so you guys know what the responses are for. So Zilla wrote, what if I were the leader of a death cult planning on gaining as many young members as possible and committing mass bluicide? Would you think I should be forbidden as Scientology were? Response. Sounds like a criminal offense to me. Response to that one. So where would you draw the line? Is harassment, bullying, brainwashing, intimidation, profiteering, and all the other things Scientology is known for not sufficient grounds? Response. We allow Sinn Féin officials to use public property, and their record in such matters is much worse than that of Scientology. Response to the previous. Cheeky antagonistic comment. I can imagine that accepting such a position would possibly be opening a hole Pandora's box for you, given the role Christianity has played in society. Okay, response. I think you are confusing organizations with ideologies. Makes sense. If a Christian organization is engaged in illegal activities or has a history of doing so, then I can certainly see that might cause them a problem. However, to discriminate against innocuous organizations on the grounds that they are Christian and that entirely separate organizations who use the label Christian have done bad things is hardly reasonable. So glad I don't have that religious programming. Should socialists be discriminated against because of what the National Socialists, NAZIS, did in Germany, or because of what professed socialists did in Russia and China? I think not. You would have more of a point in denying facilities to a political group that, in an organizational sense, descended from the blue shirts. So that's interesting. I hope you guys could follow that. I did my best to explain who was responding to what. I found it really interesting, the history and background of the Irish. And I'm not familiar with everything that's gone on in Ireland. I know there's a lot, like the Sinn Féin and the IRA and these other groups that they were talking about, UDA and Jean-Marie Le Pen. Very interesting to hear how they were, communicating with each other about this. So I will leave this in the description box. Like and subscribe if you choose. And have a wonderful day. Peace.